If you had to show an alien what a fail was, what would you show them? The Flat Earth Fail compilation playlist, of course, and welcome to the 17th edition. If you're a regular, then welcome back, but if you're new, get ready to see some serious fails. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we look at this month's fails, I'd like to thank the sponsors of today's video, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is a VPN service that makes online privacy protection easy and attainable, encrypting all internet traffic sent to and from your devices and ensuring that your IP address remains hidden to make sure nobody can see what you do online. On top of that, they block ads, trackers, malwares, and phishing attempts, and unlike other VPN services, you can use it on as many devices as you'd like simultaneously. I spend a huge amount of time online, obviously with the job that I've got and the work that I do, around 6 to 8 hours a day. And because of that, the internet knows a lot about us, which is why we should care more about our online data. And that online data is being used against you. Have you ever seen an ad or a banner which makes you think that the computer is reading your mind or even listening to your conversations? Well, use Surfshark to become more resistant to those sorts of targeted adverts. Click in the link in the description or go to surfshark.deals/SimonDan to get 83% off and 3 months extra free now. Right, back to today's Flat Earth Fail compilation, and we start with the legend that is DITRH, who wants to educate us all on tides. Come on then, David. Indeed, we do have 2 high and 2 low tides per day. Very good so far. So DITRH has a problem with the variation in tidal range. Of course, what he probably doesn't understand is that the size and shape of the basin in any coastal region also affects the tidal range of that area.
I will say, the next thing I say may be mind-blowing to you.
Okay.
Okay? The tide doesn't actually come in and out. What?
And this is true. The Earth rotates through the bulge.
What happens is there is a bulge of water, 2 of them, on opposite sides of the Earth, caused by the sun and the moon, and Earth turns inside that bulge. So when we say the water rises and falls tidally, what's happening is we are rotating into the bulge and then out of the bulge.
Flashing an image up that says bulge doesn't mean that it is.
So the bulge is already there.
It's already there.
And all we kind of do is pass through the
Pass
bulge.
through, and the water gets high and it gets low. So we're stuck with language from our own perspective rather than language of what's actually happening.
And this is one of the more common questions we get asked about tides. And that is all to do with inertia and resultant forces, something which I know flat earthers have a problem with. The centrifugal force generated by the Earth-Moon system is greater on that far side of the Earth than the gravitational pull. As per usual with David Weiss, if he doesn't understand it, then it makes no sense to him and therefore it cannot be real. Dear oh dear, a lovely start to this month's Flat Earth Fails compilation. Let's continue with the legend that is Multi Tom Tom, who apparently has some undebunkable Flat Earth proof.
I'm near East India DLR station, and it's lunchtime for me, taking a break from work. And what have we here? Oh, it's level water.
Really, Multi Tom Tom? Level water?
Water, water, level water. Why are you so plentiful? Because the earth is flat, motherfucker. Simple as that.
Oh really? Is that so?
Even PhDs don't understand that. There's no way that water can cling to the outside of a basketball.
And I agree, water can't stick to a basketball here on Earth.
Comprende? Water is always level. I don't know in what other language that I can say for you to understand. Water is always level.
Yes, it does appear to be level, doesn't it? But you see, the Earth is so big that you're never going to be able to detect any sort of curve with your eye, especially in an area of water that small.
This proves a flat and stationary Earth. No superstitious forces needed, like gravity. This is proof. This is all one needs to prove a flat and stationary Earth. No spin, no curvature, case closed. Thank you and good night.
Well, there we go. A pond proves flat Earth. That's a new one on me. Well done, Multi Tom Tom. Excellent work. He doesn't really get science. Sorry about that, guys. Right, moving on, we're going to look at Zetetic Flat Earth, who has a number of proofs, apparently. We're going to look at his proof number 26. Away you go.
Flat Earth Proof 26. The Analemma. This is the Analemma, the path the sun traces in the sky above the Earth over the course of the year. You may have been introduced to this graph in school, but it was probably not much more than a brief honorable mention, associating it with old school navigation in an era long past. whilst old maps consistently incorporated this element, usually with great detail. Newer maps curiously seem to leave this component out altogether. Now, imagine if maps began leaving out the compass rose, or latitudinal and longitudinal lines of reference.
Well, they're kind of needed on a map, aren't they? Solar analemmas, by comparison, aren't really.
And this analemma charts the very path of the sun overhead. Maybe there's a clue here that could lead us in the right direction. Shouldn't a ball Earth, undoubtedly having symmetrical northern and southern hemispheres, have the sun form a symmetrical figure eight overhead?
Well, no, and you've actually shot yourself in the foot here a little bit. The reason that the figure of 8 is not symmetrical is because of our 365-day orbit around the sun. We are closest to the sun in January and furthest away from the sun in July.
So what's the deal with the crossing point being so northernly off-center? Well, authorities claim this variation is due to the fluctuation in speed of the Earth, as it is said to increase as it nears the sun in January and decreases when it's farthest from the sun in June, thus keeping to Kepler's principle of equal area and angular momentum.
So why did you ask the question then? I guess his debunk of that is coming.
But looking at the actual alleged orbit of the Earth, which forms a near perfect circle, supposedly, it simply doesn't match the analemma's variation, despite the analemma being in fact how the sun observably travels back and forth between the tropics in its yearly circuit over and around the flat Earth.
A near perfect circle is still not a circle. You are going to have a difference. The Earth moves faster in January, causing that bottom loop to be larger. Also, you've neglected to give a reason why, if it is the sun travelling across the flat Earth, that the sun doesn't change in angular size on these solar analemma photos.
In fact, so stark is this discrepancy that some modern textbooks have even gone so far as to revise the shape of the analemma into a perfect figure eight, which any navigator would have considered misinformation, an oversimplification of the actual graph. But the analemma, curiously, is not the only thing they've removed from their public curriculum over time. So investigate the subject for yourself and ask questions.
Like, why is the sun exactly the same size in that last photo you've shown? Questions like that, I'll await your answer. Okay, our final flat earth fail today comes from IcexxD, who has some flat earth evidence to show us. Come on then, let's go.
Alright, I'm here to give you my best evidence of the earth being flat. This is where I'm at right now. I'm right here. I recommend everybody come check this out because it is beautiful here. Okay, they have what's called a man-made lake up on top. I wish I could go up there, but the gate is closed. Believe me, I would, because it's beautiful up there. I'll try again next year. But water's up there, it flows out, and then it goes into Lake Michigan. Okay?
Okay, not really sure where he's going with this, but let's continue.
Look at that straight line. It's that lake up here, and as that water channels and goes down, hits the powerhouse, the turbines, generates power, and the water goes back out to Lake Michigan. They use windmills to pump the water out of Lake Michigan up to the man-made lake. This is what the man-made lake looks like up on top. Like, I apologize, I wish I can get you there, but I can't. And there it is. It's up there. I wouldn't lie to you. I've been up there before, just the gate is closed today. But that water channels, it goes through there, and it comes out these turbines, and it goes out to Lake Michigan. You can't curve water in a bottle. You can't curve that water out there.
Oh man, it's another I can't detect curve with my eye, therefore there is no curve person. Well, I can't detect the billions of bacteria on my skin, but it doesn't mean they're not there.
So this is my best evidence of our Earth being flat. And it's hidden in plain sight. Hidden in plain sight, guys. But our school and NASA tells us we're living on a ball. But there's no curvature. Don't trust me.
Okay, I won't. That was easy. Well, there we go. Another wonderful collection of flat earth fails. I cannot believe we're 17 episodes deep in this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It's truly appreciated. It really is. If you enjoyed it, then please do like and subscribe. Just enough time to once again thank Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video. Remember, visit surfshark.deal/SimonDan to get 83% off and 3 months extra free. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday for the return of the Space Busters. See you then.